Welcome back to more Croc, and now there's the water boss in the desert world.
Oh, this sounds fun.
It's like it's why make the water world?
Okay,
Like-
what makes less sense? Water boss in Desert World in Croc, or Candy World in Desert World in Sonic Lost World?
Don't you get it? Desert. That joke only makes sense in one
Was it?
language.
Gosh,
Yeah, dude. In Desert Ruins, level 2 of Desert Ruins was the
It's
Candy
dessert.
World. Yeah.
It's dessert.
I can't
whatever.
I cannot remember anything from Sonic Lost World, and I've only seen just gameplay of it. I never played the game myself.
Don't you think that's kind of like a big oversight though? Because that joke only makes sense in English.
I think
Everyone else who's playing that is just like, why is there candy in the desert?
Well, no, because I guarantee you that joke was added at the last second by the American devs.
I doubt it. I
No,
seriously doubt
No,
that.
because I'm pretty sure when it debuted at when that level, because that level was one of the first ones playable at like E3 and shit. And
Sure.
I'm pretty sure that joke was not on the title screen.
I don't.
I'd have to look into it. I may be wrong. I just remember reading somewhere that they added that joke fairly late into production.
It just wouldn't make sense for them to do that the opposite direction.
Even if the joke on the title screen was on the title page was last minute, I'm like the motivation to make the level that joke was still obviously something that they were doing.
okay.
Well, see, yeah, I don't.
Stefan and I finally agree on something.
Oh yeah. I'm
Get him,
not.
Stefan,
Yeah.
get him.
Yeah, and now I see what you mean by Desert Rune Zone
It's a
too.
pun.
Yeah.
But it's also like I think something that they wanted to do, I think, in Lost World was just not every in like the desert world, not every world had to fit that motif. But there are other ways to do that than just random fucking candy planet. You know?
I mean, then again, from Sonic Lost World also had the casino level in the snow world.
yeah, but at least that was a casino in snow. Like, if that makes any sense.
Was it?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure, wasn't it? Didn't you start off that world in out on the outside in snow, and you walked into the casino?
I believe so.
I think so. I mean, this boss actually reminds me of maybe a boss from Knights, in the fact that it's not really good. But it's like, I think in terms of Sonic Lost World, I understand why they wanted to break up the worlds, but the implementation was lazy as fuck.
See, this just reminds me of the bad combat in Atlantica. In Kingdom Hearts 1. I'm sorry, like, even this battle arena, I'm getting,
Yeah.
straight just Kingdom Hearts 1 Atlantica vibes. It's kind of cool.
Yeah,
But
but at least
even
at least you had
Atlantica wasn't this bad.
yeah, 'cause
Oh,
at
no,
least you
no.
had magic and range in that
Yeah,
game. And this-
and Ariel.
okay, I was gonna bring that up from
What?
the last boss. Why don't
Yeah,
the
he
bosses
died.
disappear? They just stay there.
They don't.
It's so
really
weird.
because this game has no programming where it doesn't matter, I guess.
That was Gloss there. How the fuck did he went out of there?
Because here's the thing, with the other boss, with the Yeti boss,
Underwater bird.
when you kill the other forms before the last form, before the last kind of tiny one, he would stay the little the other Yetis will disappear. So why just that one Yeti, the final hit, just stays there?
Stefan, when you're editing this, please send me the isolated audio of him just going underwater bird. I want to set that as my ringtone for life. Just underwater bird.
Stefan, right now I want you to just play MBM's audio
Yes,
of
please do.
Underwater Waterbird right now.
Do it now.
Underwater bird.
No.
Okay.
But
Underwater
no,
bird.
something also I think it just might be me because again I haven't played a lot of Sonic games in a long time. But with there was a little guitar riff, little kind of Spanish guitar riff, I would say.
Oh
But,
yeah,
uh,
dude, the music for the whole desert level is awesome.
Yeah, but the boss particular, there was parts where I swear was about to go into Hang Castle from Sonic Heroes.
Heroes.
And I was about to be like, wait, what? I was like, I didn't know that because it sounded like a bit, but again, that just probably is because I haven't played Sonic Heroes in a long time. I think the last time even gameplay I haven't seen that much since I think Sonic Zero's last year. Gosh, that was last year. That was so. That feels so-
Don't date the OP, Kylo.
I will date
Besides,
the
we all
LP.
know Sonic Herpes is the only one true Sonic Heroes Let's Play on the internet.
What hit you there?
There was an enemy.
I think there there was like one of the Satan guys shot out one of his lasers
That's
and it hit me.
That sounds
But like
shit.
Because the problem is though, it's like the enemy is like he's his coloration is a lot darker. Yeah, like right there, his coloration is a lot darker in a stage where you can only see a little bit in front of you, so that doesn't help.
For a second there, I thought Stefan went back to kill him just because he hit him. I thought Stefan was just being very petty.
No, now I'm gonna kill him again.
Good
Oh
fuck,
crap!
Satan.
The enemies respawn. This is
Yeah, they respawn after like 10 seconds.
This is Mega.
Yeah.
Okay, is it 10 seconds? Because it looks like it's like as soon as you like or leave like the certain area, they respawn like Mega Man.
And they laugh at you. The bastards.
Evil.
Oh, they're worse than Mega Man, because at least in Mega Man you just be on screen and they're just there again. Here they just laugh at you. It's like, hey, we're back. Have fun trying to kill us with your short range. So are these bonus levels just like gem collection levels, pretty much?
No, these are if you collect all the gobos in the the first 3 levels and then beat the boss, then you unlock this special level where at the end you get a jigsaw piece, and then you get all the jigsaw pieces and you get to unlock the final world.
So yeah,
And that's basically what it is. Like you have to do all the special stages in order to just get to the end of the game.
we get all the
but
jiggies.
we
get all the
Yeah,
jiggies,
all the
and then
jiggies.
we can fight the witch.
But really, if you want to have fun with the game, you probably shouldn't go for 100% because it's really useless.
If you want to have fun with the game, don't play it.
Well, it's just like Yoshi's Island, where if you want to have fun with the game, don't 100% it, because 100% of Yoshi's Island is really difficult.
It's a nightmare.
100%ing a lot of games, dude. Like a lot of games.
Yeah,
Well, no.
I almost
Ambium,
never do.
Yoshi games, like in order to find the collectibles, you have to walk over them, and I think that's kind of dumb.
Also, this does not seem fun, especially with that last room, because the enemies, like, unlike some platform, like this is one platform where it's like, hey, the enemies aren't going to telegraph their attack, so have fun trying to actively avoid them on moving platforms. Ugh.
And they home in on you.
Wait,
so
they-
that's also like it's really hard to actually like attack. Like it's really hard to get away without getting hit. I should
Good
say.
luck getting actual lives in this game.
Thankful. I think it's in one of the next couple levels. There's a super easy way in order to farm lives, which is what I end up keep doing like for like later on in like the final world.
Please tell
Stefan,
me you edited it out.
we don't pay you to think.
Yeah, but like right there, like the only way you're gonna
Yeah.
know that he's gonna attack you is that if he's facing you. But the thing is, though, if you're already in front of him, normally, he's just gonna shoot something. It's just like, oh, how am I supposed to?
He's gonna shoot you in the back.
I just
Nothing
want
personal, kid.
I just want all of the enemies in Croc to have televised attacks that I can react to with frame perfect inputs. It's not much to ask. I just want quality in my video games.
I'm a gamer. I need good games.
Holy crap, to date this LP even more to annoy Steven, if you have Twitch
Stop.
Prime, you can get 3 months free of Nintendo Online if you sign up now. Click the link in
not
the
bad.
description.
But what if
not
I already
bad.
have
This-
like 12 months?
This Let Us Play brought to you by MeUndies.
Brought to you by Audible.com.
You know,
Brought to you
Dip that?
by Dollar Shave Club.
Brought to you by Casper Mattresses.
Casper, no, brought to you by Purple Mattresses, Garrett.
Yeah,
Don't get
Holy
them
shit,
confused.
I like how Croc just turned into our Uncharted 2 playthrough. Congrats, lads.
My-
We're in it.
Steven,
Brought to you by Lootbox.
my
Brought to you by Crate.
favorite.
It's
Buy
just a
box.
crate.
Order box online. It comes with stuff.
OrderBoxOnlineCrate.com.
My favorite thing about podcasts is whenever they have a ad for that, like for some kind of weird subscription service or like a mattress, the podcast was like, I've used this for years. This company only was invented a week ago. Shut the fuck up. I've personally used this for years. And why is it whenever I'm gonna go on a rant now? Why is it whenever like you listen to a podcast and they have advertisements for like other podcasts? And it's always whenever it's like just a comedy podcast, it's always like like they say, come listen to our podcast, we're funny, and then they proceed to just improvise for like 30 seconds,
And it's bad.
and it's just like the worst. Like, why the fuck would I listen to your podcast? This is
Exactly.
the worst thing I've ever heard in my life.
Yeah. And
Well,
speaking of podcasts, if you go to FTCR's Patreon and go for $5 a month, you can get their exclusive
Oh my
podcast.
God.
I fucking
Turkey
love you,
Dazzle.
Kilo.
I hate
Turkey
you.
Dazzle, yes, friend. You absolute fucking. I did not pay him to say that. He paid me to say that. That's what makes that amazing.
Holy shit. Okay, that does make it amazing.
Thank you. Everyone, please go listen to Turkey Dazzle, yes, friend.
There's two exclusive podcasts.
Gareth, how come I haven't been invited to a single podcast?
What Turkey Dazzle,
Actually, I
yes, friend?
retract that because I have some weird opinions.
No, we could get you on a turkey. If you're ever in Ohio, if we're ever together in the same place again, we'll
So
totally
wait,
do a Turkey Dazzle.
What you're saying is all your podcasts are in the same room.
Sonic Says and Turkey Dazzle are. I mean, like we've invited you to a few Skype sanctuaries, but you always go no. So that's why.
That is a lie.
No, we've invited you to go to Skype sanctuaries, but the last ones we've done have always been about Marvel movies. You're like, fuck that, I ain't wasting my time talking about
true.
Marvel movies.
Okay, I guess it's not a lie.
Well, you know what we do?
Marvel movies or
Failed
comic
the Wii,
books.
or the Yay, whatever he said.
That was a good edit. I like that
That's
edit.
fucking good. Well, you know what, Steve? We do have one of our patrons is requesting a Skype sanctuary. If he does a topic
Yes.
I think you'll enjoy, you can join. But it's
Okay.
possible the last one he did was just about comic book characters and for comic books and games, and like you would not enjoy that. But if it's
Well,
something
you know,
else,
here's the thing is that anytime that we have a topic, we always go off topic. And it's always the off topic stuff that I like to be there for. I feel like I'm that way in LPs too. Like
Just sign
I'm
up
the
for
guy who
any
says,
topic.
"Let's not talk about this. Let's talk about
Oh,
something
so that
else."
explains Rayman too.
Well, wait until
No,
part
nothing
12.
explains Rayman 2.
well, technically,
No, we
This'll
explained it
be-
in part 12, but
This will be out. This will be out much after.
Yeah,
Rayman 2 is
so
finished.
the
Rayman
thing with
2 is
Ray-
currently going.
go
unless-
watch Rayman.
unless you did not know, the thing in Rayman 2 is, with the exception of the last part, we were not looking at any fucking footage. So to all the comments saying, why aren't you talking about the game, was because we were just fucking bullshitting. Every time one of us says, holy shit, look at that jump, or look what Steven's doing, we're just talking out of our ass.
So
And
what
I
he's
had
saying
to
is that there
record
was no
myself
game.
doing that in the game because I had to listen to your audio while playing it.
my-
But yeah, there's a part where Miwa says you died, and so I had to die in the game
Like my
in
favorite
order
thing.
to make that possible.
And like part 2, I just go like, this level shit, and I have no
But
idea like what's going on.
The whole point of that experiment was like, I think that
Oh, whoa, it was
when
an
we
experiment?
talk about. Yes, it was.
Yeah.
I literally proposed it to everyone, and they all said, "Sure, whatever," like all things, and basically, I think that our commentary is more enthralling when we're going off the rails. And so I said, well, what if an LP was based upon going off the rails? And so what if we didn't even watch any footage and I just recorded it after the fact? And that was
And
the
it
whole point of the
created-
experiment.
If
And
we
it
were-
made a really funny Let's Play, but it's more of a podcast.
I mean, like again, I think for everyone involved, Rayman 2, I think, is easily one of our favorite things we've ever done. If we were actually watching the game, we never would have just got what if Darth Vader was made of bees. So like that's
Exactly.
right, exactly. But you know, Steven, you would enjoy Turkey Dazzle because we literally don't go into that with like
That's why I'm saying invite me.
Okay, we'll try and get
That
you
was
on.
that was very uncharismatic. I'm sorry.
So it's
but
part
then
of the
there's all-
course for you.
Steven, you're
Oh,
invited.
no, I'll take it. You know, you're right. You're right.
but then there's
you're
also-
right.
But then there's also things like, say, like for as flawed as Croc is, it's still like a nostalgic and liked game by a lot of people, and it's something to be like, oh, it's worth like showing off, and it might be fun. It'll be fun to fuck around with. It's fun to like fuck around with while it's in the background. It opens up a lot of like opportunities. We don't have to exclusively talk about the game, but it gives us a chance to if we decide.
I mean, how do you think Brain Sketch commentaries got so popular?
Because of Johnny.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Sonic
Never mind.
games.
Yeah.
Never mind.
As I've as I've told Ryan many a time, it's because of Johnny.
So what you're saying is if we get Johnny into one of
was
these
'cause of you.
LPs, we'll boost our ratings.
We we used to do that. We like seriously, and if you go back to some of the earlier FTCR parts, we would literally be like, we would get one special guest per part, and if the part contained Johnny or Clement, the views
Yep.
would skyrocket for that part,
I think I
and
remember
then
that.
drop down. The next part we had like Twix Mix or like Entom on a part, you know, like if it was Johnny or Clement, shit would go. Shit, people would watch that shit.
You know what? Technically, you did get Johnny into one of. I want to see something. Let's check out the Sonic and the Secret Rings playthrough because I know you had Johnny in that one.
I don't. That part didn't skyrocket. I know for sure that part didn't skyrocket.
Because at that point,
Johnny.
people were like, "No, I don't watch it." I don't watch
It's
the
also
Rings no more."
Secret Rings.
Exactly. But no, Johnny has just been in a fair thing. We used to get focus on getting a bunch of guests, but now we just hate everyone. So we're like, fuck you. I don't want your
We've
opinion.
pissed everyone else off, so there's no one
Pretty
left
much.
to talk to on the internet but ourselves.
I tried getting like some other people for Croc, but I'm like, oh yeah, nobody I know has played Croc. Oops.
And then
Who
you
did you
almost
ask?
didn't
I'm
get me
curious.
because you insulted
Like
me.
the usual like the usuals who like always guest in this stuff, and they're busy or they're like, I haven't played Croc, so I don't have a lot of experience.
And now
So I was like, oh,
Gareth, the
oops.
man who owns the channel, is busy because he has a son. That's right, Benji. I said it.
Wow.
You ruined this channel. If you're listening to this, I'm fucking.
I can't believe it that
I ruined this channel.
I can't believe that we got Benji's dad to be a commentator on our channel. A
Benji's dad.
celebrity.
You're not. Gareth, can you rename yourself on Twitter to Benji's dad?
Benji's dad. On my deathbed, I'd be like, son, you ruined my LP channel.
Stupid.
Oh no, Benji's actually guest starred in some parts. He guest starred.
Guest
He
starred.
guest starred. Oh, he's
No,
he's,
the
he's
views
sitting-
skyrocketed, remember?
To be fair, the views did skyrocket for the loading screen part of 06, and that was Benji's first internet video ever. So you know,
Wow.
Aw.
he's also on my lap through most of Knuckles Chaotix as well. Oh yeah, we're watching a Croc LP.
Oh yeah. Okay, so Leap of Faith. Wow, a level is called Leap of Faith.
You've been missing the other names. The
it
level
a-
names have straight up like crash names. Yeah.
Like what was it? Like
What would a platformer be without the platform?
Was it like wasn't one of like we had lights camel action and there was okay, for a second I was like, Stefan, what are you doing?
Yeah, this is the part where you come in here and there's like 4 extra lives, and so I later on I would just in between parts I would just come back here, get more lives, and then leave because I'm like
I love
the
these
game
spots.
the part 4 gets hard.
There it is. Okay, I was trying to find the part where Johnny was guest star in. And yeah, you're kind of right. They're kind of all.
Are you watching a different Let's Play while we
No,
play
I
this
was
one?
just checking out the views of the Sonic and Secret
Are
We're
you-
Rings.
watching these
you-
It
parts to
took me a
begin with.
while to piece that together, but you're watching another Let's
Are
Play.
you putting a Mia?
No, I was just checking the views for Sonic and the Secret Rings, like the difference in like with Johnny in the video versus the other
Is
ones.
that how boring this LP is? You're looking at view
No.
stats for all of the videos.
I know that
Been there.
for the 06 LP, like the numbers, like they start out big, like of course they go smaller and smaller, then the views jump up for the
Choke me
plain,
harder,
Sonic.
Sonic.
Choke me harder,
Choke
Sonic.
Choke me
Sorry.
harder.
But that's also because you had
MDM. That is your creme de MDM.
Your magnum opus is your. I love that.
Choke me harder, Sonic.
Choke Me Harder, son.
So glad.
That fucking thumbnail of just a zoom in of Sonic smiling. So fucked up.
I think we have the best thumbnails out of any.
Except for Simpsons Hit and Run.
No, those are
like-
one of the best.
My favorite thing is so I wanna on one I'm gonna do this on one title card. It's just, you know, Steve, you know how like for your last part of Portal you were like, this is the last part of Portal, okay, bye. I'm gonna do what I'm talking about. It's just like, for you people fucking complaining about the T poses, go to Google and type in Simpsons Hit and Run. You can only find clear images of them doing the T pose, and I'm not gonna fucking commission A Simpsons hit and run render. Go fuck yourself.
You might want to find a typeface that is very clear to read in a very small compressed format to do that. to fit all of that in a thumbnail.
I'll do it in the Simpsons font really big on a yellow background so no one can read it.
FTCR.
Yeah, but no, it's just like, I think when it comes to thumbnails, I think you guys are like the only ones who do them in terms of Let's Plays.
What Only Plays does great thumbnails.
I mean, I never watched Only Plays, so I don't know.
You're missing one of the only good LP channels.
Yeah, I'll be honest with you, I don't watch OPs like at all, so I don't.
I don't either, but Only Plays is kind of
I've heard-
funny.
I
I've
only
heard they're
very
good.
recently
I've
got into
heard
Oni
they're good.
Plays, like, because ever since they started doing like those like full videos of like the 5-hour long ones, I just plop those in and write my essays. So yeah,
Write my essays.
dude, like I need lots of stimulation in order to get any sort of focus out of my brain. It's just, I don't know.
Yeah, I'm the same way. I'm always like listen to like I've been listening to either LPs or older streams as background
Dude,
noise
yeah.
for working.
I sometimes
Same.
need to play
Well,
videos just to
that's another reason
sleep.
why I did the whole Rayman thing, is because I know people don't actually watch these things. They
Well,
listen to us.
I watch it like I'll put it like in the corner, like I'll have it like in the side of my eye so I can like look at it if I feel like it, but then like I don't have to like look at it the whole time.
But I mean, I kind of feel like maybe Let's Plays should sort of cater to that.
Yeah.
They should focus on the dialogue and not the gameplay.
But then again,
'Cause
like,
that-
there are times where,
Fuck
like,
you, man.
there are times where, like, again, with this movie's Sonic 06 LP, if you decide to put that on as background, not so much as, like, an actual, when you started watching it, you're missing out on, like, a whole lot of things.
Very,
I
okay,
think
very
it's
true.
more-
Very true.
I think it's that. Oh, sorry.
NBM,
Yeah.
Underwater bird.
Maxi.
No,
Maxi.
well, my thing is just that I think what it hits at is that this sounds super pretentious, but like the nature of Let's Plays, like what a Let's Play can actually be. Like it can vary. That you have Let's Plays that are very
It can.
engaged in the gameplay, and then you have the ones where you get just
Yeah.
as much enjoyment out of very minimal engagement to the gameplay. And I feel like every Let's Play is gonna vary on that and what's the appropriate amount.
Well, I think like
Or
because
you-
I mean like even on our channel as Kilo said, I mean we have LPs like you know like 06 or Secret Rings or even maybe some of the Mega Man ones where like a good chunk of the humor is coming from the editing, but there are other ones like
Sure.
say Rayman, or I say probably to be somewhat fair, most of the LPs we do could be listened to as a podcast, but there are. A few, I mean, or even say on this, you know, even in this LP, there's a few times when Stefan's done a like, you know, the explosion effect. So like, if you want paying, you know, if you want watching a video, you lose something. But I think generally speaking, you know, because sometimes like if I listen to an LP, I'll just put it on it, and like I'll put my phone in my pocket, put headphones on, and like do laundry or something, you know. And like if there's
No, but that's important to know
yeah.
that people do that.
But-
Stefan, name
yeah.
this part. Let's talk about Let's
We're
Plays.
talking.
talk
Yeah, I was gonna
about-
say we're getting pretty introspective here because I wanted to like
We're getting kind of meta in a way.
to Stefan as well. To Stefan as well. There is a value to the edits in the footage, and like to always continue that. Like I think it's fun.
I'm like that yeah, and that's also a thing that I've kind of like both struggled with in both a purposely bad way and a like a good way, in the sense that like I want to make the footage as kind of interesting as possible. Like say if I'm gonna fuck up, I want to like do something
if-
kind of be like, if you're watching the fuck up, like make it somewhat interesting. But then there's also
Well,
like
you don't do that, so.
but then something, and then it would be like, oh, am I just forcing something?
Well, see, that's
Yes, you are.
I mean, that's the fun. Whenever I edit an LP, before I go to record it, I'll literally be like, should this be a meme edit, like you know, like Mega Man, or should it just be here's the footage, like say Ghostbusters and Gremlins type of thing, you know? So I sometimes I will normally let the game dictate it. If it's something like a Sonic game, like a franchise series we know inside and out, where we know like all the in jokes and shit, it's somewhat easier to know. Oh, like you know, like with Shadow, when that ever comes out, that's full of, just from what I've done so far, of like fucking weird shit on screen, because like that's it's almost like the game warrants it. Versus I think if we try to do like a meme edit of like Croc, it wouldn't work as well.
Yeah, that's why for my approach, it's usually
Jared,
just
that's
like
an interesting perception about it.
Thank you. I
in
made
the
it up.
my whole thing is in the edit. Like I won't go into like like a thing like of this going like I'm gonna like edit like jokes and stuff like that. Or unless like in the edit when I'm looking over I'm be like, oh, this is a funny like I could like add this like that'll make it funnier.
Well, see,
like, I'm not gonna go out of my way to put something in just because.
Well, also, I mean, it's something also because like in post, because I mean, Ducktales. I mean, one of my
Yeah, like that.
There you go.
Perfect example.
One of my is that so one of my favorite LPs that I
Thank you for
worked on.
rewinding to watch that.
One of my favorite LPs that I edited was DuckTales Remastered, and aside from the Count Duckula footage
Count
in the last level,
Duckula.
everything else, all the other jokes and stuff were all added in post because I would literally listen to when I edited it. Somebody would mention something, and I would either put on gameplay footage of the original, or I would put like a panel from the old comic book that had context, and that's something I actually wanna, because that's. I think just in general, DuckTales is a less meme LP. It's a bit more informative.
Yeah, like
And
the edits
so-
aren't there for like jokes. The edits are there to actually complement the commentary that's on top of it. So
Yes,
there's
and
there's
I'd
lots of
actually
ways you can post edit.
Wait, okay, I'm just gonna cut you off for a second here. So you're just gonna see something. So
We're gonna
this
see it.
this
Okay,
this
everybody
part,
watching
this part
right
took
now.
me so long, and
Watch right now.
I fucked up. I thought I forgot to get the fucking gobo.
You did. There's
Yeah,
6.
and I just saw the
Forgot the
platform.
Gobbo.
I thought I had the thing and that because this
I
thing took
retract
me
what I
like
said about everybody watching me now because nobody cares. You forgot a gobo.
Gobbo.
this thing took me like fucking
GoPro.
so many tries, and I was like so happy when I finally beat it, only to realize that I didn't get the gobo. Fuck, and then it took
Yeah.
me
I
another like
didn't get
several
the-
tries.
And
I didn't get the Kremlin.
And it's
A gremlin.
I think I like. And again, something about these dark groups that doesn't help is that again you can't really see ahead of you, so like you might think, oh, maybe like, and like sometimes you might just take, again, as one of the previous levels stated, leaps of faith.
Pissed off ghost. I fucking hate that guy.
It's just like, because it's like a lot of times like you're taking leaps of faith until you can see it, because like right there with the lightning flash, yeah, you can
You were
see it
making
for
the
like
same
a
joke I was gonna make.
bit, but it's
Oh,
it
I
doesn't
just
help.
I just want to end it on this final note. Have you ever noticed that the opening notes of Mystic Cave Zone fit perfectly with the lyrics, "Oh my God, it's Mary Poppins"? See you next part, everyone.
oh my God, it's Mary
Oh my
Poppins.
goodness! Yeah.
Oh my God, it's Mary Poppins.
Oh my God, it's
Oh my God, it's Mary Poppins.
Join us. Well, join us in the next part where we go very meta into Let's Plays.
Yes, thank you. Bye.